New York Fashion Week. I used to think New York Fashion Week was just for celebrities, editors, and people with last names like Hadid or Wintour. But then I went, and everything changed. Today, I'm giving you an inside look at New York Fashion Week, how it started, why it matters, when to go, and how you can get into the room, whether you're an influencer, an entrepreneur, or just someone with a dream. This isn't just fashion, it's power, energy, beauty, art, and business, and it's waiting for you. What is New York Fashion Week and when does it happen? New York Fashion Week, NYFW, is one of the big 4 fashion weeks in the world, alongside Paris, Milan, and London. It happens twice a year, February for fall, winter collections, and September for spring and summer collections. Each season, hundreds of designers from the biggest names to up-and-coming stars show their collection in runway shows, presentations, and private events all over Manhattan and Brooklyn. You'll find fashion shows at Spring Studios in Tribeca, which is the epicenter, historic venues like the Plaza Hotel, rooftop runways, warehouse takeovers, and even unexpected pop-ups in art galleries. The entire city becomes a runway, literally. Here's a quick history of New York Fashion Week and why it matters. New York Fashion Week began in 1943 during World War II, when American fashion editors could not travel to Paris. So, a woman named Eleanor Lambert said, fine, let's do it here. So she created the very first fashion week in the US called Press Week to showcase American designers. And it worked. And by the 1990s, New York Fashion Week was officially global, with shows by icons like Ralph Lauren, Marc Jacobs, Donna Karan, and Calvin Klein, drawing the fashion world to New York every season. Today, New York Fashion Week is a $900 million industry, a cultural powerhouse, and a gateway to fashion, media, marketing, and influence. My New York Fashion Week story, the moment everything shifted. The first time I went to New York Fashion Week, I didn't have a publicist, a brand, or an invite. I had an outfit I loved, a media kit, and a bold email strategy. So I emailed small designers. I reached out to PR reps and I said, here's what I do, here's my content, and I'd love to attend. And then suddenly someone said yes. I was walking into Spring Studios. I sat second row across from a Vogue editor. I watched a designer cry backstage after their first collection walked. And later that night, I danced under chandeliers at an after party filled with stylists, creators, and people who all started the same way, with a curiosity and a dream. And here's how you can get in, even without a famous last name. Yes, you. Number 1, apply for media or influencer credentials. If you create fashion, beauty, or lifestyle content, even on a small platform, you can apply for press passes or influencer invites. Start with CFDA.com, Fashion Week Online, or the PR contacts listed on designers' websites. 2, email PR reps directly. PR firms like KCD, BPCM, Purple PR, and the Riviere Agency handle invitations. Introduce yourself, share your platform or your blog, and ask to attend. Be respectful, stylish, and clear. Or you can buy a VIP package. If you want the experience without the networking hustle, there are official VIP packages. You can look at bucketlisteevents.com, and these offer guaranteed show access, private lounges, designer meets and greets, after parties, hotel and car service, and these packages start around $2,000, but they can go up to $20,000 depending on how exclusive you want it. You can also attend satellite events. Brands host Fashion Week adjacent events. It's near some of the events that are going on at the Fashion Week, but not quite part of Fashion Week, but they have product launches, panels, showroom previews, influencer brunches, and it's super fun. You don't need to sit front row at Dior to be a part of Fashion Week. You just need to be in the energy and let yourself get inspired by being around so much creativity. Picture this, you're dropped off in a black car at a private entrance, greeted with a champagne glass, ushered into a lounge where editors, influencers, and designers are mingling. You get seated in the first few rows and you can see the stitching on the runway. Then it's flash bulbs, applause, and magic. And later that night, you're on a rooftop in Soho talking fashion, culture, and creativity with people who just want to create beautiful things. That's what Fashion Week is about. The people, the vision, and the energy. Why you should go and why it's not just for the rich. Fashion Week is not just for the elite, even though you may think so. It's for creators, dreamers, writers, designers, and people who are building something from scratch, who want to feel inspired and be around like-minded people. And if you've ever felt like you didn't belong in glamorous rooms, this is your invitation. You can create a path in. You can hustle your way in or save for the experience of a lifetime. You don't need millions. It's not just for the rich and famous. You just need a vision, a plan, and a little courage. So, are you ready to go? Would you buy your way in, apply for press, or email your way through the gates? Let me know in the comments and tell me which show you'd love to sit front row for. Don't forget to like, subscribe to The Frugal Aristocrat, and share this video with your most stylish friend. You've got the vision, you've got the vibe, now get into the room, and I'll see you in the next adventure.